Hi, myself Yogesh from Indian Chemical News, and today we have with us Mr. Mahesh Majumdar and Mr. Akshay Purohit. So you are representing a company called Prompt Consultants, which is a Pune-based company. So let's speak to them and see what their portfolio is all about.
Basically, we are working in the boiler feed pumps.
Okay.
The company is based in Pune. Company is started at 2014. Company director is Yogesh Deshpande. He is ex-KSB. He was working in 23 years in KSB.
Okay.
Company in basically working in sugar factories, power plant, cement industry, chemical industry. We are, we are providing the services in boiler feed pumps
Okay.
or energy saving solutions.
Okay.
Okay.
I see. And segments you already spoke about. Okay, fine. So in terms of boiler that you talk about segment, how do you see this segment in terms of the importance which it plays within the manufacturing framework? And how are your services, critical to?
Because boiler feed pumps is majorly used for energy generation. Like we are use the electricity. The basically boiler use for that. Also, we use sugars. So for preparing these sugars, the boiler will be used to generate the steams, saturated steam, which is the temperature is around 700 to 800.
I see.
So that temperature we have reached. So we use that boiler feed pumps. So
Okay.
basically the principle is when water is going to the boiler, its temperature and pressure. Uh, Boiler feed pumps maintain that temperature and pressure is a certain point.
Okay.
After they go to the boiler, this is mainly function.
I see. Okay. So can you talk a little bit about the service portfolio that you have?
Yes. We are basically from the service and spares parts providing in the industries. Especially we are working in basically sugar segments, cement segment, steel segment, pharmaceuticals, paper and pulp, and chemicals also. The major part of this CPP we call it as the power captive power plant or cogeneration plant. In that area, boiler is the critical equipment to generate the steams basically, and the heart of this boiler is the boiler feed pump basically. And there are only 3 to 4 OEMs all over the world globally to provide this boiler feed pump, because it has to work at the higher temperature, more than 100 degrees Celsius, and pressure more than up to the 450 bars and everything basically. So this become the critical equipments from the point of the client end. So we are providing the services plus spares plus the health checkup of this completely equipment. We have the full setup of 10,000 square feet completely planned for overhauling of these equipments in Pune with the modern manufacturing techniques, quality control equipments, and we have the backup of 23 service engineers to cater all these services in our plant at clients end also basically. So in that we have the standard protocols we are maintaining as per the OEMs basically, regarding the servicing support, spares generations, spares providing, then maintaining the quality control parts of that each and every equipment. And we provide the 6 months to 12 months warranty for the services and the spares which we have provided to the clients completely. Then the main part is that we have all the stocks for this every parts in our godown, so we can deliver the products within a couple of days or maximum 10 days completely. All the materials is totally tested for the chemical, mechanical, and all these parts, sir, basically, which is superior or equivalent to the OEMs. Now we have generated some new equipments with the condition monitoring with in IoT based, basically IIoT based companies, industrial IoT, which we get all this data from the equipment and maintain the health. Because what happened that earlier there was the breakdown maintenance, then preventive maintenance. Now, as per the industry 4.0, there we are all the companies are going with the predictive maintenance, where our role starts on that. And second thing, we are giving the services which needed by the client for the overseas machineries also, like boiler feed pump from China or Europe's. They don't get any services for that, or they are charging the premium charges for their completely equipment for the overhauling at that. So we gives the customers with this solution at the better prices, and we have the separate team for the re-engineering of this, reverse engineering, manufacturing and supply of that. So these are our main service and spares portfolio and that.
Quite an interesting and exhaustive portfolio that you have under your brand. In terms of the target markets, you already spoke about. Sugar, chemical, petrochemicals are your primary markets. Can you name a few customers that you have in this space?
Initially in cement industries, we are working with the Chettinad Cement, then Ambuja Cement, Siddhi Cement, Ultratech Cements, Saurashtra Cements. Lot of cement industries are there. Secondly, for the steel industries, we are catering to Aarti Industries, Hira Ferroalloys Group, then Alok Industries, Godavari Ispat, then VBC is there, Bajrang Steel is there. In power plants, we are working with the JSW, Tulsians. They have more than, I think, 150 megawatt power plants. In chemical industries, we are serving for the Nosil Industries, GFL, Reliance Industries, Kiri Industries. So these are the major clients in that area. In sugar industries, we are catering more than 115 customers all over India, which contains Olam Agro, then Dhampur Sugar is there, Dwarikesh Sugar is there, Lokmangal is group there is there. Everywhere in Maharashtra, Karnataka, UP, Bihar, Haryana, everywhere in sugar industries also. These are the main clients. And for O&M purposes, we are catering in Thailand, Philippines, then Vietnam, Sri Lanka. These are the power plant sectors. We are supplying the services and spares also.
To these countries?
To these countries, sir.
Quite impressive.
Yes,
sir. One last question, sir. In terms of the company's future vision, if we talk about, where do we see, prompt consultants down the line 5 years from now, in terms of the expansion that you guys have?
our target is reaching to 50 CR in terms of money or turnover purpose, revenue. And we want to expand our business overseas in Gulf countries also and Europe also, especially because there are a lot of power plants are there and they don't get any services from OEM also. Main thing is that in Gulf countries there are a lot of potential for this oil and natural gas, basically oil field and refineries there. We have expertise in that area also. Second thing, in countries like Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, they have the major sugar belt over there. And they don't have any services from OEM and they charge the premium for their spares and services. So we want to establish our product or company presence over there also. In India, now we are catering with the dealer networks also. Initially we are working with visiting all the clients completely by our own this. Now we are going for the dealers network overseas plus inland market also. So these are up to 2025-26 we will on that background we are thinking over that basically.
Sounds good, sir.
Yes, sir.
And in addition to that, we are going to the O&M also. Our company tried to take a O&M because when we do the services from one single pump, there is some period. After that, the customer will be give the services for next approximately next 2 to 3 years, they do not give any inquiry to overall the full pumps. So we try to get the O&M, full plant,
I see.
to reconditioning, recommissioning,
Acha, from end to end.
end to end. Each and every rotary equipments will be cater
Okay.
from our side.
You want to say?
Yes, yes. So we got some inquiries for not only the boiler feed pump, because this is one of the area we are masters in. Other than we are masters in every rotary equipments. Nowadays, what happened? Some of the power plants are came from the China, basically, and they don't get commissioned over there. So most of the customers, considering our expertise and that, they have given us the chance to recommission of that plant from 30 megawatt to 125 megawatt. That is the main achievement. We want to do that in that area completely. So that is our next goal for that.
So when it comes to power plants, we globally we are seeing this increasing trend of using renewable energy sources for overall running the operations, manufacturing operations. And India also, we recently heard about Make Money Finecam, acquiring a stake, I think, in a company which is renewable focused in terms of using the power for their own plants, as well as exploring partnerships with the larger industry. So where do you see this kind of a trend picking up in India in the coming times, that people will try to move away from this traditional fuel based approach to a renewable sources based approach for powering their
Equipments basically is more than 100 HP to 600 HP. That can be generated by this renewable energy. By a solar plant, putting the solar plant, you cannot use run these equipments. It needs some fuel. But nowadays coal is very problem. So people are going for the bagasse industries, or some sort of this coconut parts are there, which can be get burned, and from that we will get the steams from that. So first thing is that. Second thing, altering the some modification or enhancing the plant capacity by using the same equipment, by modifying some of the parts in the equipment. So that can be more saving in the energy also. Utilizing, if the pump is using 100 HP, we can some alteration or modification that can be come down to the 80 HP or 75 HP. So you can save the 25 HP per hour initially. That is the main thing. First thing is that. Second thing, breakdown of the plant are going for the idealness of the plant by breakdown of major equipment. That we can reduce up to the 5% or 3%. Now it is the 80% by condition monitoring or health checkup or proactive maintenance. That is we are giving the many solutions, many trainings, many softwares to these people who by using that tool, they can reduce their breakdown time also. That is the inventory control. We are giving the training for the inventory controls, because nowadays OEM give you the lot of spares which is not required for that. So we are increasing the awareness of their user also, then their purchase officer and their top management also. These are the main area we are now concentrating on that. Not only the services, but these are the portfolio or products we are in the market, sir.
quite interesting, sir.
Yes, sir.